folk that, you know, not to talk, pay attention. Well, just because I know how well you guys listen, I brought the persuader.
I remembered that.
Yeah.
Did you get it fixed?
Yeah. Yeah, I fixed it. No one talks. No one.
Are you going to need it?
Brett made me make a note card because I was just going to kind of stand up here and ramble on for a while. But he said that's not what I was allowed to do. A lot of you know me. Some of you hardly know me. And some of you have no idea who I am. Anyone here go to Sparty School in my grade? Logan! You weren't there very long.
Wait, I did.
Alex went, Logan, Deanna. That's 3 people. Yeah, which is a good thing. I was a horrible student in school, never paid attention, failed most of my classes. Got held back once, which is the reason Logan, Deanna, and Alex all know me, because other than that, they wouldn't have an idea who I was. I would have been up in a different grade. Actually, the first year I was in Logan's class was the first year I was redoing 2nd grade. After Logan left, had no friends. None at all. I had no friends up until 7th grade. And which caused me to talk to myself a lot. You grow up alone in Sparty out in the middle of nowhere, literally out in the middle of nowhere. No one besides, well, Deanna, I guess, knows where I used to live. So basically, my oldest brother was a jerk. Always beat me up, too. He's a real pain. Finally got to high school. Nothing changed much. I didn't talk to many people. I think, where is he? I can't find him. He's always so short. There he is. Ryan was like one of the first few people I talked to. So Ryan Check has been like, Ryan was probably my first friend from 7th grade. Carries on till this day. And there are 3 of you out there, you guys know who you are. I don't need to point you out, even though some of you wanted to be pointed out, camera. A lot of you guys know that high school is a big time of change, a big time of like opportunities to take or decline, and those opportunities that you take or decline, the outcome. I'm not a very good speaker, by the way. Throw that out there right now.
It's okay.
We still love you, Fabio.
Everyone loves me, gosh. You don't need to state that, they all know. Brett's just smiling. He's like, why'd I let him speak? Thinking about, see, choices, they have consequences. That's the end of my lesson. No, I'm just kidding. And the outcomes of your actions can either be good or bad. And basically what I'm up here to say, talk about a little bit, is not, you can have an action at the time you think is good, and it can snowball into, that was the word I was trying to think of. You guys can't see the pictures in my head, so you guys aren't going to understand any of this. But what you don't always know is, at the time you're like, oh crap, I did this at the time and it was awesome, but now I have this huge burden on my shoulders because of this. And I'm not going to yell at you, don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol, I'm not going to be a goody two-shoes about it. But a lot of those have consequences. Changes are a big deal. That's what my whole thing's about. And I keep getting sidetracked because I have the attention span of a shiny nickel. And I make jokes when I'm nervous, so this is going to be very difficult. I've gone through a few major changes. One, I used to, and to this day, am still a rather large nerd. I was upset, and I used to draw all the time in class, and they'd always yell at me for drawing in class, and I guess I just started hanging out with them. That's Kaylee over there. She's sitting right there. And I started hanging out with her, and what she did and wore influenced me a lot, because I was basically, I didn't know what I was doing at all. Change, and so I started wearing black a lot more often, and ta-da! A lot of the influences I've had from other people haven't exactly led to the best thing. Fortunately, I was able to stay out of the drugs and the alcohol. Because that's not Kaylee-based, by the way, because that's something, my dad's a big alcoholic, one of my brothers is a crack addict. I know my family is just cheerful for reunions. And a while this summer I realized that I wasn't entirely going in the right direction. I go to church occasionally, but I don't really care. I go there and I sit through it and I come back. And I realized that over the beginning of the summer that there was no way my life is going in a good direction now. One bad thing kept happening after another. I can't just mental image a change. It has to be something physical. So I took the biggest step in my life. I shaved off my beard. I'm not saying you need to go make big changes on your appearance, but I was being someone I wasn't. If you're not comfortable with yourself, find a change that fits. I did, and I'm feeling pretty happy about myself. Ow! I'm still really egotistical, though.
I would add one thing to Caleb's message. Any change you can make on your own isn't going to be long-lasting. If you can change yourself and make yourself better or improve yourself, that's great, but it's not going to last because you're only relying on yourself to do it. To make it stick, you have to lean on God to do it because He's the only one